Hello there, Commonwealth from Buy Echoes of Wisdom, but not more Nintendo Switch systems than you already have. After all, the 21st Zelda game, just like the 20th Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, will be playable on the Nintendo Switch 2 through backwards compatibility. But our point of interest is the 19th Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Soon in 4K if we are to believe nearly all reports, so be sure to leave a like, subscribe and press notification bell. And now, let's agree, it makes sense, since this title will be the first demonstration of the power of the system. You know, just like it was behind closed doors at Gamescom 2023. Back then we all thought that it was just a tech demo, used for the convention, similarly to the 2011 Zelda HD tech demo, which was, well, just that. Though this time it appears to be a different situation. Remasters of HD versions have become the industry norm, in particular in the PlayStation space. Just look at the Last of Us games, Final Fantasy VII Remake PS4 vs PS5, and the next-gen versions of countless titles. Some free updates, other full-price releases. And interestingly enough, Breath of the Wild is the ideal candidate for Nintendo's big test to see if they can pull the same thing. Reselling an HD game but upgraded, updated and finally upscaled to 4K at a full retail price. All thanks to far more powerful Nvidia hardware. The custom Tegra T239 system on chip, which is rumored to reach up to 4 teraflops clock speeds, something Super Metal Dave's recent calculations further supported. These are near Xbox Series S levels, allowing the system to take advantage of Nvidia's magic, DLSS or Deep Learning Super Sampling, granting high resolutions through AI upscaling, and frame rates through the same technology. Throughout several past videos we have learned that the above mentioned scenario is more or less confirmed after the codename U-King-O first surfaced in May 2024 in a series of codename leaks. Back then, the same leak in Midori was later proven correct about codename Edward and Banquet, which were later revealed as Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom and Super Mario Party Jamboree. Now, he only lacks U-King-O on the next system to complete the codename Triforce. Why? As U-King-O appears to be an altered or new version of Breath of the Wild, not on a Nintendo Switch, but as an exclusive edition on the Nintendo Switch Successor. Seeing that U-King was apparently the codename used for Breath of the Wild until E3 2016, it doesn't require a genius to see that something is up here. That is right. We could be about to get Nintendo's equivalent to Final Fantasy VII Remake, Integrate. An upgrade that will elevate a groundbreaking, iconic and system-pushing game to run in a more presentable state, with new content added on top. All of that for the new system. And in the case of Final Fantasy, to justify the re-release of the PS4 game on the PS5, but now in 4K in graphics mode. Not only that, but if you already own the PS4 game, you could get a free upgrade without the new content, which was a more than fair exchange. And to be fair, this isn't just a Square or Sony phenomenon. Nintendo pulled the same trick in 2017. Since the month after Breath of the Wild took the world by storm, we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the best-selling title on the Nintendo Switch, ushering with its success countless Wii U to Switch ports, a tradition that stretches to this day, and March 2025 with Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. The signal that Xenoblade will likely not join the 2025 lineup of the Nintendo Switch Successor, not counting backwards compatibility, similar to what is the most likely case for Pokémon Legends ZA. Which brings us to what really matters on the Nintendo Switch Successor. The launch lineup from the moment of release to the end of the 2025 holiday season. In this regard, the big new sellers early in the lifecycle of the Nintendo Switch 2 are likely to be the next 3D Mario and Mario Kart, by all indications in upscaled 4K 60 frames per second. It is simply time for a new installment in both franchises. Besides, what we are witnessing is Nintendo most likely attempting to replicate the success of 2017. Have a 3D Mario, Mario Kart and 3D Zelda all within 10 months after the system launched. Back then we had a new Zelda, an impressive port of Mario Kart 8 with all DLC and even more new content added on top, and a new 3D Mario. This time we're likely to have a brand new Mario Kart and 3D Mario, but they are not massive open world experiences with a seamless map as open air Zelda provides. In fact, Even the same applies for potential Ocarina of Time or even Twilight Princess 4K remakes at some point for Nintendo Switch 2. You simply want to impress and show that even the most ambitious games can be upscaled to 4K on this system. An ultimate version of a beloved game, just like you did with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in 2017, but far more ambitious from a technical perspective. Breath of the Wild, the true early test of the successor to see if the new generation is worthy of the 4K TVs some of us will be buying for the first time. Our first taste of what could become the big open world system for Nintendo, and this time not only with 5+-year-old ports with clearly visible downgrades and 720p and under 30 frames per second performance, but worthy, huge upscaled 4K worlds to explore on the same day as other systems. Yes, Elden Ring, including Night Rain, might also serve a similar purpose, but it is from Software, not Nintendo. And this is the thing. It might take years until we have a brand new massive single map open world game from Nintendo. Monolith Soft might be able to do that in 2026 or 2027, but the 3D Zelda team can only deliver towards the end of the decade. Luckily, from the previous decade we have Breath of the Wild, the OG Nintendo developed open world. Or scratch that, open air, one that we follow the evolution of annually since the first announcement in 2013. The official reveal and first gameplay in 2014, Master Sword Tunic and Sheikah Slate reveal in 2015, title reveal, and way too much to list in 2016, the iconic Nintendo Switch presentation trailer in 2017, and then DLC to the end of said year. A game that needs no introduction to the world, but which requires a visual upgrade for the new generation in more ways than just bumping it from 900p to 2160p. Why? Since Tears of the Kingdom did something to Breath of the Wild, caused it harm, or more precisely, made it feel outdated from a technical standpoint, not only from a color correcting and gameplay perspective, but also from UI and menu experience. You don't realize how hard it is to return to 2017's Game of the Year until you're hit by the stark contrast of something as simple as the inventories of these two games. It is a massive difference, and one of the reasons that playing Breath in 2024 is a little bit of a struggle. We have been spoiled by Tears of the Kingdom's tailored menu systems. At the same time, 3D Zelda is a strange case. Normally, Nintendo and the Zelda team would wait 10 years for a remaster to be released. We have seen this with Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, and Skyward Sword HD. At the same time, every clue indicates that there's no other way for Breath of the Wild and the Nintendo Switch successor. They have to break this 10th anniversary 3D Zelda HD tradition established back in 2013, which is fitting since we'll no longer be talking about HD, but upscaled 4K, all with NVIDIA DLSS technology. The branding will nonetheless be 4K, and let's face it, Nintendo really needs this combo. Since Breath of the Wild 4K could and likely is the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe of the Nintendo Switch 2, a visual demonstration and leap of the new system, the perfect side-by-side comparison case, a beloved best-selling title with paid DLC on its original system that now could become part of the core experience of the new generation, with potential for even more. The game that changed Zelda from a second tier to top tier selling franchise. Breath of the Wild with well over 30 million copies. And it is this game alone which brought Tears of the Kingdom towards 20+ million sold copies. Nintendo was well aware of that when Breath of the Wild in 4K showed up at Gamescom in August 2023. You can't get away from it. This is the most recognizable and generational Switch game, the only Nintendo game to win Game of the Year at the Game Awards. By doing so, it also overshadowed Super Mario Odyssey. At the same time, Breath of the Wild is also the only Zelda title with a paid expansion to this day that has never been properly bundled with the base game since. Just like Mario Kart 8 was on the Wii U. And let's remember what this one includes, namely Master Mode, plenty of costume side quests, and the beefy Trial of the Sword and story-driven Champions Ballad. All the Mario Kart 8 to Deluxe ingredients are here for 2025 and the next generation. The perfect opportunity, including to give maybe something extra. We can always dream, but it would add something valuable to the experience and justify a high price tag for Breath of the Wild also on the successor. With the open-air Tears of the Kingdom launching in 2023 and 2D top-down Echoes of Wisdom launching in 2024, we're years away from a brand new The Legend of Zelda title. So until 2027 or 2028, we're dependent on remasters and remakes. That is what Zelda and the Nintendo Switch 2 needs in its launch. But what do you think about Breath of the Wild 4K in 2025? Sound off in the comment section down below. Anyway, if you haven't already, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe and press the notification bell. And last but not least, a big thanks to all of you for watching and to all our patreon.com/commonrealm patrons. Special shoutouts go to all royal producers and heroes that you see on the screen. You rock, and please enjoy one or both of these two awesome videos.